Welcome to Match Race Germany, the first event of the 2012 Alpari World Match Racing Tour season, held at Langenargen on the beautiful Lake Constance. Experienced Australian skipper Peter Gilmore of Yanmar Racing is the only person to hold 4 Alpari World Match Racing Tour titles. He is looking to make a good start to the season, on the way to defending his record.
Well, I think Match Race Germany is an interesting sailing venue. Certainly on the weekend days, a lot of spectators get out and really enjoy the racing here. You know, the grass is right down to the edge of the lake. It's a freshwater lake, and the Swiss Alps in the background. It's interesting from that point of view. The conditions can be extremely challenging with wind shifts coming from all which ways. The wind strength often varies from 3 to 4 knots some days, and up to 10 to 15 on other days. And we've got a change to our team, bringing Fred Juleman on board, and just getting to work with that sort of dynamics changes things a little bit. It'll be interesting to see how it all unfolds.
Competition in the round-robin qualifiers was tough, with Kiwi skipper Phil Robertson and new tour card holder Pierre-Antoine Morvan dominating. Veteran Peter Gilmore struggled on days 1 and 2, leaving him in desperate need of a win going into the last 3 qualifying flights.
Peter looking to roll over the top of Bjorn Hansen. Bjorn Hansen needs to respond. Peter Spinnaker is set. They've done a great job of their crew work. I can see Safuku on the bow, holding down the front of that Spinnaker. The main is set.
The first one was with Bjorn Hansen. Was quite a close race. We had a chance down the final run, but got a penalty against us, and so he went on and won that.
Bjorn Hansen has scored that win, and after what was an epic battle down that run, I mean, that really was a fight of giants.
Despite losing out to Bjorn Hansen, a win against Laurie Jury in the final flight was enough to send Gilmore through to the quarter-finals at Match Race Germany.
In the final race, we managed to start a bit better than Laurie Jury, win that one, and it then went into a tie-break where I think there was 4 teams in the tie-break, and because we'd beaten 2 of the other teams more times than they had beaten the others, you make a little table up. We had 2 points. One of the other teams had 2 points, and the other 2 drop out, and they were effectively the finalists, so it was close.
The quarter-final pick set up an all-Australian tie for Gilmore as he faced new tour card holder Keith Swinton. Gilmore took an early lead in the final race of day 3, giving him the advantage going into day 4. With wind dropping off slightly, the skippers would require careful sailing to ensure progression to the semi-finals. In the end, it was the Yanmar Racing team who made best use of the light conditions, winning 3-1 to secure their spot in the next round. This win set up a mouth-watering semi-final versus Waka Racing's Phil Robertson. Robertson stormed into an early lead before allowing Gilmore to draw level at 2 wins each. The final match would ultimately decide who would make it into the final of Match Race Germany.
I think perhaps a moment of indecision between the communication on the boat there. I'm not sure they were sure what they really wanted.
Let's go pole away and the zone here for sure. Yep.
Phil Robertson saying pole away. He's certain that he is in the zone. He thinks he has rights coming in here. So that moment of indecision on Peter Gilmore's boat, perhaps opening up the inside of the line for Phil Robertson and his team. A definite mistake by Peter Gilmore and Fred, the tactician on board that boat, opening up this inward angle for Phil Robertson. And he slides around the boat. He slides around the mark, and in the panic and confusion, Yanmar Racing, they still have their spinnaker set. As Peter Gilmore turns up, the spinnaker is up and their jib is not out as they turn up, and Phil Robertson has the advantage. Oh, amazing crew work there from Yaji and Fuku on the front, wrestling that spinnaker down in mere seconds. But Phil now with a 7-8 boat length lead over Yanmar Racing. He's positioned between the finish and the Japanese engine-sponsored powerhouse of match racing, Peter Gilmore, Yanmar Racing.
Good jibe here, guys.
But it's Phil that's had the better of the day here, and with a comprehensive lead, he does his final jibe in towards the finish. We've seen one young New Zealander secure a position in the final here of Match Race Germany. I think we're about to see another as Phil Robertson jibes in towards the finish. calm, expansive style really showcased here in this semi-final against Peter Gilmore. And despite Peter's valiant efforts to come back, coming back from 2-0 down to level the series and then to overtake on what was the penultimate run, it is Phil Robertson and his team that come through, take the yellow flag, take the nod and secure the second final against his countryman Laurie Jury. Tremendous sailing from both these teams in this match, but it's Phil Robertson that has the best of it. And we see there a laugh from Phil. I don't think he can believe it.
Look, I think for Yanmar Racing it's been a bit of a roller coaster week. We started off a little bit slow and got behind on the leaderboard in the round robin series, and then we finished off fourth. Pierre-Anton Morvan was in third place, second overall Laurie Jury, and as I mentioned, Phil was the winner.
No racing on day 5 due to lack of wind meant that Peter Gilmore and the Yanmar team finished 4th overall at Match Race Germany, with Phil Robertson taking top spots. Gilmore bagged 16 points on the overall ranking and sits in 3rd place on the leaderboard after the first event of the season.
From here we move on to the Career Match Cup and have to get our way across to Seoul as quickly as possible to go to the great venue in Gyeonggi. And yeah, we're looking forward to some great racing.